Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. We are in Memphis, Tennessee, where we left off a couple days ago. And we're going to fly FedEx again. However, this time over to Charlottetown, over in Charlotte, North Carolina. Haven't flown cargo in there. If I have, it's been a very long time. So I thought, what the heck? Also, Black Box 711, who knows, may be lurking about. Should be inbound here shortly to Memphis. So anyway, one of the streamers I talk about a lot, especially when we're in Airbuses. So kind of cool. He's up there and out there. Don't know where they are at the moment, obviously, since we're getting ready here. But we kind of put ourselves in a different spot. And so long as controllers don't come up, and unless the controllers actually read the actual ATIS in play at the airport, we could have some troubles. So we'll see, though. We'll have plenty of time to make changes if we need to. Today's flight, it's going to be about just shy, what is it, an hour and a half? Hour 12 minutes, so about an hour and a half once we get wheels up. So should be a fun time. Memphis, Charlotte, and yes, the 767. We did the update. I know, go ahead, shoot myself in the foot. It's a release candidate from Flight Factor. So we'll see. Anyway, it should be a fun flight. Barring any unexpected problems. Like I said, 1.6.17, I think it is the release candidates, no longer beta. So, like it or, leave it. Or what is the show? Love it or list it, love it or leave it, whatever. But anyway, that's what you got to do here. Again, we're in Memphis, so let's get into the cockpit, get this girl going, and see what kind of damage we can do. All right, so we're up in the cockpit. A couple things I see I haven't done yet. Standby. There we go. Couple screens we didn't get up and going. And beforehand, we'll get that turned off. Let me make sure the other one is too. It is. All right. And I'm talking the timers. All right. So let's get the EFB. Well, first, let's get some toolkit up here. And let's talk the flight out real quick so you can see. Here, the group we're talking about's right here. So they got about 10, 15-minute flight time. So we'll see. Also, as you can see, for the next 6 days, I think it is, I think I'm doing my math right with the 10 p.m. CDT. If you were to gift sub anybody on any channel, you get 35% off. Oh, I'm sorry, correction. Let me rephrase myself. 5 gift subs, and you'll get 35% off. There's a lot going on in Twitch right now. Yeah, just good, bad, so you could go check YouTube to find out all the dirt on Twitch, just like you go to Twitch to find out all the dirt on YouTube. So, anyway, so that's the group coming in. The leader, I believe, yeah, that should be Black Box in the front. And they'll come in for the 3.6s. Maybe they'll shoot visuals for 2.7. We'll see. All right, speaking of us, here we are. Loadout today, pretty good. Not much different than our flight from Chicago. 85,800 pounds of cargo, call it almost 900. And we'll shoot for the zero fuel weight to equal 283,880 pounds with a block fuel of 26,138 pounds. So we got a pretty good load to take over to Charlotte. 3 people, two guys in the cockpit and a load master behind us. Runway 27, if, like I say, everything goes our way, we'll be able to take off. Otherwise, we'll have the long taxi down to 3.6. One of them. Gotez 7, Diab, Nashville, Taza, Flibs, for arrival. And again, 1/8 left. If I got my left and my right squared away, which man, when you put them on the 1/8, I get all screwed up. We should be on the runway that'll put us right into the cargo area. You'll see what I mean when we get to that point. All right, cost index 80, 35,000. Hey, we get to get a little higher. We might get a nosebleed on this one. We'll see. All right, winds here in Memphis, they're variable. 10-mile visibility and a few clouds to mess with us at 25,000 feet. Beautiful day, 80. Oh, dang it. Now they're going to mess with us. Hang on a second. Okay, so far so good. They didn't give a runway, so that's good. What that was our pre-departure clearance. We'll come back to it later. Hopefully they don't mess with us because I'm planning 27. Anyway, coming off over in Charlotte, the weather is winds out of the west, 2705 knots. 10-mile visibility, and we do have a broken layer at 3,200 to deal with. Shouldn't be any factor. We should pop out pretty quick and be able to hit a visual. Beautiful day there as well, 83 degrees, we'll call it. We'll be optimistic both places, so really nice day to fly. We are online, as you just found out, and looking forward to the flight. So let's clear all of this up. Hang on. Oh, missed the wrong button. There we go. And let's finish getting this plane ready to go. Now, I've got it loaded. Got the doors open for now. We're going to start shutting doors here in a minute. But let's see. Parking brake, standby power's on. That's all been accomplished. So let's head up top and start with our, what do we call it here? FMS setup. First thing I always do is set display select to heading, HDG, all the way to the right. What that'll do as we take them, each one to a line, you get your on DC check. When they move to a line, you're going to get how many minutes till they align. So that won't take long. As soon as they go to a line, there we go, 7 minutes. Then move your selectors to nav. Don't worry about the yaw dampers at the moment. We have 7 minutes. However, the only other thing we'll do right now, we've already done, push our lights up to max. And then we're going to, left, right, okay, those are set. We're going to drop down, get to work on the FMS. Only reason I go to this view is it's a little better looking. Okay, just want to check your ident page, make sure your stuff's active. Got about, well, we got less days on the activity for our RNAC than we do for the 35% off. Matt, welcome aboard. Have I updated my 767? Yes, sir. We are in the quote release candidate version 1.6.17, something like that. And oh, and I did forget to mention, Flight Factor still says they advise you still to remove the TGDS folder. They haven't figured out what it's doing, how it's doing, what it's doing, so they can figure out how they can do what they need to do to correct it. How's that all sound in one bullet? Duluth Fly, how do you update it? I need both my... you have to have the updater program. If you head over to the Flight Factor, they'll put you on it, but it's called Updater, and that'll get you to update. That and any other. All the Flight Factors are on it. My 350, A320, they have yet to be updated. They have been really focused on the 757s. TDGS, Tango Delta Golf Sierra there, Matt. And that folder is in your plugins in that aircraft. So when you go to your 7675 folders, whichever one, or both that you have, each one, Go into the plugins, remove the TGDS folder. That is it, TDGS. Tango Delta Golf Sierra. Yeah, it is 1 point. It's right in front of me, the answer. Go figure. All right, let's get this thing going. What am I trying to do here? Oh, put my ref airport in. Put in our coordinates. Go to route, click Memphis to Charlotte Town. All right, now I do have a company route, even though it's not a hard one. I'm just, for time's sake, I am putting it in. And we are FD, oh, whoa, click and execute. FDX811 is how you'll find us. I'll put that on flight number. All right, now let's go in, get our runway. We're going to 7. What did I say our departure was? Gotez? Gotez. Gotez? Gotez. Click. Diab, are we going all the way out? Yep, we're going all the way out. Okay. Click. Back to route. Let's look at legs real quick. Make sure there's no ZZ top playing there. Okay. Taza is our arrival. You know what? Let me bring charts in real quick. Let me see if there were any. You know what? Let me put my phone on here. Yeah, I've got plenty of a charge. That way I can try and catch more of your messages, because I don't have it set to ping in my ear. And, okay, so here's the route. Just so y'all can see. I'm bringing charts in, and I'm going to show you a great feature here. Many of you know about it, but some of you on the fence thinking about this program, boy, this one kind of sold me. First off, let's see where they are. Okay. And, oh, we have tower, I think, now. Oh, no, we don't. Good. Okay, yeah, they're starting to set up. So what you can do here with Gotez, you could have came and fixed this, but let's come down here and look for our approach. 18 left is what we're planning. Now we have an RNAV, Yankee, then a Yankee. Oh my goodness, who would ever think of putting a Yankee down south? Sorry, couldn't resist. But it lets you figure out what you want. Now, SimBrief, when you're setting this up, a couple weeks ago, a newsletter went out telling you how you can use it to help find what you're looking for, as well as how to make it skip over restricted areas, this, that, and the other. So one of these days, I do plan to sit down with it, go over it as we set up a flight, and then actually in a separate video fly the flight. All right, so we have the ILS. Let's take a look at it. Cavy, snake, gilge, gillweed, eagle. Okay, that'll work. Sounds cool. Let's see what the RNAV's like, though. Hey, almost the same. I think I'm going to stick with the ILS. All right, so what you do here, come down. Now we can start it at Cavy, which is what I think I will go ahead and do. Or just start from final, which is going to put it somewhere in the neighborhood of Gilge, maybe Snake. Just shortens it up, but, you know, this gives us the whole gambit of where ATC could land us. So that way, when we close this chart, you can see the whole approach is lined up for us. So we would go fishing to Cavy. That's right. We would go fishing and then to Cavy. All right, so let's see. We're doing the arrival side. So index, Charlotte. Sometimes you have to do the departure or the arrival first, then the approach. I'm going to try and do it this way and see what happens. TAS. Execute. The only sucky thing is you have to go through them all here. Is that right? BNA, then on? Yep. Okay. All right. Then TAS, ComD, Blake. Let's make sure. This is where I usually find that it's skipped. So far, it looks good. Blake, phase, Jenny, flips. Flips is where we make the choice. Do we go north, south approaches or north approaches? Gaxi, JBot, Earhart, out to fishing. Then we'll close that discontinuity out. We'll keep the vector in case they turn us, but really you could close it. Because either way, you'll either go direct to that fix or you'll just fly it and grab it. We'll see later on. So we'll leave it as is, execute. Next page, all looks good, and we're going to be holding at locus, which is basically a hard right-hand turn out the locus. I know as you look at the chart, it's a hard left, not a hard right. Just fell right into the same trap. Out to locus. Okay, that takes care of the route. Next, a performance initialization. I'll let you all do that if you're filling this flight up from your sim brief flight. Actually, we'll just show a little bit of it. Hang on a second, 27. Who's all up now? Okay. All right, hang on a second. We'll bring Sim Toolkit in. Reason being, I happen to have Sim Brief as an option to click at the bottom. I put that in on my own. Let's go ahead, view the flight. Now, over here, you have performance and tools. So you could actually click on it and you would have to fill in all of this data. Not hard, really isn't. You'd basically fill in what's in red, orange, whatever you want to call it. Fill in the aircraft again, the aircraft tail number, if you so have that. Airport, runway, you've done this. And most importantly, the takeoff weight. Populate the weather and then click calculate. Now, there is a quicker, easier way to do this. The only difference will be you won't get a map. And if you're one of those that uses page 2 on the initialization at the takeoff page, you could get your slope from there. Well, why not grab the plane right now, Matt, and let's go. We're in Memphis. Headed for Charlotte. Not a real long flight. I think it's an hour and just probably come in at about an hour and a half. If you have time. So that's the benefits to here. The downside obviously is a lot to fill in. Now, what I do, I just simply come up here. Now it's all filled in. The only thing I will not get when I hit calculate is the slope and the map. If you can live without it, you're done. Hopefully today's flight will remember step 2 with the D-rated takeoff 2. We did not do step 2. Oh, whoa, real flying does take precedence. Oh, awesome. Good deal there, Matt. I would love to go up in the real world too. Oh, would I love to fly a plane today. We're getting close to summer. Haven't hit 90 degrees here yet. Oh, you just don't get these kind of flying days out there. So today's flight, flaps 5, thrust, and takeoff 2. We'll show you how to put all this in just a second. And a 43-degree select on the temperature. Now, our speeds mentioned here will be higher than what we've come across in flight factor. Okay, hang on a second. Let me get my pay. Oh, it is caught up. Good. All right, so we're going to go through here. Let's click perf int to start with. Okay, click 0 fuel weight, the line select near it. 283.9. 283.880. Round up 20 pounds. Yeah, that works. Now, I need to be doing this over here. Hang on, close. Drop down to your preview of your briefing. Here's your operating flight plan that would get printed. Couple of trees and maybe a forest get cut down to be able to give you all the pieces of paper that comes with it. So be it. Believe me, I've seen these packets. Wow, are they thick. And you pilots are supposed to know every single word. All right, just come down to the fuel section on this. You're going to see FMC info. That's what's going to go, what I do, and put it in the section marked reserves. Drop the last 2 digits, put a decimal after 11, and that's what you put in. 11.2. Click. Cost index or flight today. Cost index is 80. I thought it was easy. Oh, there it is. 35,000 under here. And Columbia is our alternate. All right, but you can also get it up here. Cost index, initial climb, alternate. All right, so we need 350, and that's the top number on the right, 80. We don't put the alternate in here. We would make a separate flight plan, believe it or not. And I don't normally do that. Next up is if you look next box down, flight plan summary, average wind 272.43. Hey, we got a tailwind, which is typical. We're going east. What did I say? 43. Sorry, I cover up Sim Toolkit on my screen, so sometimes I have to look at another screen to get it. All right, so we got the first page, go to takeoff. Now this is where page 2 is. Do your CG. I go to page 2. I put in my heading and wind. Sorry about that. Had a little coughing fit. All right, so back to takeoff. Winds, you can find it right there, 290 at 5. So far, I'm really hurting you, aren't I? Slope. Here's where it gets a little challenging. Now, like I said, if you did the performance tool over here on the left-hand side, yeah, you'll get it. What I'm going to do is use Sim Toolkit, go right here. There's our runway heading, 272.9. I think it'll show up 273. But a couple numbers down, you see the slope. Negative means down 0.4. So down 0.4. By the way, Sim Toolkit is completely free. None of that I am paying for in any kind of subscription. Obviously, there are some attached to it that I have put on it. Outside programs that do not have anything that Sim Toolkit provides, you have to do it. Beyond that, it is completely free. So that is like the charts. I can actually view my charts there. I think I still can. Not going to try it. I've got that on a separate screen. Yeah, it's one, when you put it to use, completely, it becomes really powerful and a one-stop shop for flight planning. Next page. All right, so now we are at the part where, all right, we're going to be putting in our D-rated takeoff and then see what our speeds are. First off, we're putting in the select temp of 43. Diagonal. Ooh, that was, whoa, why are you moving all over the place? Good Lord. I don't know what, I did not right click, so I didn't do anything to make that become active. So you have just DTO. We'll show you how you get it to which level you want. Either DTO, which actually does lower the amount of thrust slightly, and a little bit more with TO1 and a little bit more than that for TO2. You're just pulling that max power enough to get you airborne, enough to get you climbed out, and then under climbed, and again, we can go to ones and it washes itself out automatically. Okay, we said flaps 5. Oh wait, where's the speeds? You see where it says ref speeds, select on, click on. Now remember I told you the numbers will be different. So where we're saying 135, 143, 151 under ref, SimBrief is coming back with 144, 150, 154. How is that? Down at the bottom in the messages tells you the answer. They're increased for climb limitations. So let's put those numbers in. 144, click, 150, click, and 154. I'm going to go ahead and go with those and turn the other reference speeds off. Pre-flight's complete, and we're just about ready. Hang on a second. Oh, they're on the ground. Where did they go? We were busy. We didn't even get a chance to see them land. Oh, they're parking near us. Look at all these airplanes. They all came in from Charlotte. All right, so let's get this bird ready to go. Okay, so we got all of that done. Let's head back up top and finish it out. Actually, I'm going to get the APU fired up here real quick. On. Let's see if this speeds up any better. Oh, that looks pretty good. The proof in that pudding will be when we start spooling engines. But that's actually, I like that setup. Okay, I'm actually going to do a couple things while we can. Okay. And right on time, that's just finishing up. There's 100% APUs available. So now let's hang on, generator first. Bleed air on. All of our isolation valves are open. And we can now commence with And we're aligned, so there we go there. All right, real quick, let's start closing the airplane up. Now, you could click here to get the knee board or the EFB, or right down here. Same thing. You just got to click what you want. Okay, we're done fueling. We're done with the LSU and the loader. And off we go. So now we can go back to ground, disconnect that, disconnect that. So we're left with stairs, chocks, and just about ready to push it back. How's that sound for a day? Okay, 750's our arrival. We're looking good. Again, don't forget, you just got the message again. Until the 14th of June, at 10 o'clock Pacific time, you can, if you gift 5 subs or more, you get 35% off. All right, we are just going through here. We'll keep the yaw dampers off till we're airborne. C1, C2 hydraulic pumps, that is your electric pumps, they're on. F, we can turn on our cargo heat now. And engine starts are set even on 2. And the passenger signs on, cabin altitude set for altitude 2. Tomorrow we would set it at auto 1. That's just my preference. Even days, even number, odd days, odd number. That's how I do it. You can do it however you want. Equipment cooling's auto. And charts, we'll put a little cabin lighting back in the cargo bay. And trim air's on, recirculators are on, packs are on at the moment, temperature is at auto. All right, we are ready to go. I'm curious what the ATIS says here. Hang on. Uh-huh. I hate to break it to you guys. Read your... I had a feeling. Oh, they don't even read the real world one. The real world one does have 2.7 in action, which it should be. It's what FedEx, it's for FedEx. So anyway, we'll play as they want. Okay, so we are ready to go. One thing that I didn't go over on the flight out of O'Hare, the radios. Make sure, first off, that VHF left is lit. And that is the push buttons on the mic selector. Below it, you have these buttons you have to push or click on, get them to light up, and make sure they're turned up all the way. So VHF left, VHF right. Those two, when you look at your X-Pilot, will light up the lights you need lit so you can hear controllers, especially the ground controller. And especially any en route controllers that come up that you don't know and they get angry with you and they want to yell for you on the emergency channel. So, all right. And then also, if you know, just don't even touch radars and terrain. Just don't. You remove the folder to get, you know, if you don't, you'll get 5 minutes, 10 minutes into your flight, and you'll get it just drops. The sim just shuts down. So no warning, no nothing, bloop, and nothing in the logs to tell you anything. Hence, why they're having so much trouble. Okay, last thing, we're 290 last I checked. Okay, now I'm looking at the real world here, and they've also taken off 27, even though it's the perfect runway for today. Completely took it off. I guess they watch VATSIM more than what's really out their windows. No biggie. We'll make a change here real quick. All right, so what we're going to do, like I said, we'll have to reconfigure our numbers. I'm going to do that on the side here. 18 left, calculate. Okay, so we're going to go in and basically just change to 18 left. Make sure we didn't lose GoTez and Diab execute. Check our legs real quick. No, are we going off 18 or 36? One eight left. Okay, that's weird. Okay, yeah, 18 left. GoTez. Okay, no problems there. Clear. And back to route. Check. Are the numbers going to be the same? 47. Ah, look at that. We get to go 142. 145. Oh boy, we really brought the numbers down on a same length runways. Huh. You always gotta love performance. Okay. I shouldn't have done that. Doggone it. Now I gotta put them back in. That's kind of funny. Our rotate speed is now V1. All right, but it's not actually that much different. And what are we doing? 151. Yeah, everything's just about right on with it. Okay, and still pre-flight complete. All right, so we made the changes to make them happy. All right, and I'm going to go ahead. We got the EPU up and running. We're going 18. I believe it's 180, but we'll set it and fine tune it. Finally, no tower, 8 cars said. Altitude 3,500, 567 cleared, go test, transition, maintain 5,000, 10 minutes after departure, offline, contact ATC for push. Okay, you are 121.9. And I think we have spots 453. I think we're ready to go as soon as we get rid of that stuff outside and get our ACARs going. Okay. Bear with me a second. Getting ACARs running for FedEx Express. All right, we are on the chart. Okay, final checks. Are the chocks in? Oh, yeah, they are. Okay. All right, let's get rid of the air stair next to the air stair. And I'll just close them all. Ground. Stairs. Okay, where am I? Let me take a look at where I am, get an idea how we can push back. Probably to face west. Oh, sorry for that sniffle. All right, let me get a hold of controller. Now, what's the ATIS?
Ground FedEx 710 Heavy with information whiskey request push and start onto Victor. FedEx 710 Heavy Memphis ground. Hello, I advise you have whiskey on board. Yep, we called with whiskey. Copy. And which runway are you looking for today? Are you looking for 27 or a northbound departure?
Whoa.
It doesn't matter to us. We have 36 center planned right now, but we can do whatever. Okay, copy. Runway 36 center for push onto Victor, approved facing west. From the Victor, approved face west, FedEx 710 Heavy.
Well, that stinks. We could have done 27. Well, 18's not a long taxi, so we'll do it. And Memphis ground FedEx 811 Heavy, spot 453 with whiskey. We're ready to push. We were planning 27, but saw it dropped off your ATIS, so we'll take 18 left.
FedEx 11 or 811 Heavy, Memphis ground. We can give you 27. It might just be a minute waiting for this heavy 777 to push. I can move him up here once he's done and give you 27 if you like.
We've already reconfigured everything. We'll take 18 left.
We're departing north, but I can, since you're the only one going that direction, I guess. Are you already configured for 18 left?
Yeah, I was, and I was going off real world information. I'll switch for, we would then rather prefer the 27 for the shorter taxi.
Okay, copy. Expect runway 27. I'll call you when you're ready to push. Expect tail west.
Roger, we'll expect tail west. We'll get that reconfigured real quick. Oh boy, let's reconfigure one more time. Okay, probably going back to the numbers we had before. Exactly. You never know what to expect. Okay, so now we're back to 144, 150, which that makes no sense. But it's not me, and I don't know the numbers and the ways to produce this. So we'll just go with what we're given. And when things are ready, ground FedEx 811 Heavy, we're ready to push.
FedEx 811 Heavy Memphis ground, hold for just 1 minute.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
FedEx 710 Heavy, are you ready to taxi? I would need just like 30 seconds for FedEx 710 Heavy. Okay, copy, take your time.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Waiting on
FedEx
him.
710 Heavy's ready to taxi. FedEx 710 Heavy, runway 36 center, taxi via Bravo Sierra, cross 27 at Bravo.
And I got caught in the VATSIM trap, following real world, and VATSIM wasn't. Although, how old? Same age.
FedEx 811 Heavy, push on to Victor, approved, tail west. Caution, Heavy, companies, 777.
All right, we'll watch out for the 777 and pushing back tail west. FedEx 811 Heavy.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Okay, beacon. Engines, push it.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Okay, to light them up, turn your fuel pumps on. May not have had to in the past, now you do. Packs off. Make sure your isolation valve is open and both needles are up above 40. And then you're good to start. When it gets above the magenta, it's still a little fast, but hey, a little better than before. Engines fuel switch to on. We're ready to go. I don't even want to look at how long I've been on. About right, almost an hour. But that's to my own problem. All right, let's get this timer going at least. Just waiting on it to completely spool up. Looks like it is. And we're on the gen. Let me do it this way. It's a lot easier. And I actually did think about flying the MD-11 today on this, since we did fly this last.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your
But
parking brake.
we chose otherwise. Parking brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
We're just waiting on an engine. But yeah, we did think about the MD-11 today, but I thought because Black Box was coming over into 7.6, we'd try the new update and go for bust. Go or bust. Let's double check. Wow. Am I reading that right for ATIS? No information? Wow. Yeah, because they're still showing 1/8 48 minutes ago, real world. All right, get him going back for the next plane. We're up and running. Hey, let's see what we can do after engine start. All right, let's get up here and let y'all see real quick. Okay. Okay, hydraulic pumps are indeed on. Funny thing here is you could technically turn those on before engines start, and guess what? They're still off because the engines aren't running. But we'll follow checklist and turn them off. I always find that kind of funny. But anyway, but checklists are there for a reason. Anti-ice left and right engine bleeds can come on now. Left and right pack, click and click. Pressure up. APU bleed off. APU itself off, and the generator off. All right, real quick, and we'll be ready to taxi. RTO, flaps. We said flaps 5. Altimeters, double check one more time. 2990, 49 minutes old. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh, something's not right. Hang on. Why do we have so much failed up here? Something's not connected properly. Ah, that's why. Okay, one more check in the middle here. VOR1, VOR2, both in auto. They're on either side. Flight directors on.
FedEx 710 Heavy, monitor CTAF 119.7. Have a good flight. We'll see you later, FedEx 710 Heavy.
And for us, 5.2. Okay. And Memphis ground, FedEx 811 Heavy's ready to taxi 427.
FedEx 811 Heavy, runway 27, taxi via Victor, Victor 1.
Victor, Victor 1, FedEx 811 Heavy. Did I turn my parking brake off? Yes, go. Radars we don't touch. All right, let's. Yeah, the real world could disconnect from the, well, they have the nose wheel, so they'd be disconnected and can check their rudders while taxiing. All right, we're ready to go. AT on. Now, in the plane, there are a couple of click spots if you're unaware of this. To set the first officer, just click this screw. Look at your altimeter upper right-hand corner. Click it. It'll set it over. And then right next to speed is another screw. That'll hit toga when you get past, sit on the runway. get 50 or 60 or whatever your checklist says, and then you want to punch it, that's what you punch it with. And then just move your throttle up if you have to or not. Mine, most of the time, I have to move it. And we're ready for takeoff. Real quick, as we're taxiing, he's going to be telling us 119.7 here soon.
FedEx 811 Heavy, no other ATC available, monitor CTAP 119.7. Have a good flight.
119.7, FedEx 811 Heavy, thanks for the ATC and the patience.
Of course, and thanks for the flexibility. We'll be flipping the runways after your departure.
Copy that. Yeah, the real world is still 1/8. I don't, it's weird.
Yeah, it was northbound until the last ATIS flip, so we were just out of sync by about 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I went, wait a minute, there is no information for you right now.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good flight.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one. Yeah, we're going to get... Hey, enough there, dog. I don't want dispatch to know I have a dog in the cockpit. Okay, let's get that flipped. 119. And of course now, well, you could still put TCAS on. It is already, so here we go. Memphis traffic, FedEx 811 Heavy departing 27, Coats 7 departure. I'd be curious how they would tell us RNAV or not, because there is no RNAV. It's a vector to Cotes, I think. Anyway, I've got the chart up. Hey, let's take a look at it. You know, what the heck? My co-pilot's doing a good job here. So yeah, we're going off 27. Jax, is that where we're gonna go, or? Oh well, we're gonna... Yeah, we'll head for Jax. I'm going to try to remember, folks, to put us on takeoff 2 this time. All right. To do this, what you do is come down here. First off, click TO2. Pretty tough, huh? Here we go. And Rocket Man. There's 60. Punch it. Airspeed's alive. B1. Correction. 80 knots back then. Now we're getting close to V1. Maybe. Wow, we're eating some runway. Pretty good. V1. Rotate. Gear up. Thousand feet. I thought we turned that off. All right, so now and again, the departure now calls for us to go direct to Doug. Well, we'll eventually vector to Doug. We're going to go north a little bit. I'm just going to go direct Jacks. Oh no, we're direct Doug. Sorry. All right, there you have it. 5 minutes in, we're headed for Doug. All right, we just pushed 10,000. So there we have it. On we go towards Doug and then out to Diab and then on course. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you all here on your Sunday afternoon. We are en route Charlotte. And again, if you're in the giving mood and like to give subscriptions, if you gift 5 or more subscriptions, you get 35% off until June 14th, around at 10 o'clock Pacific time. So really a good deal if you want to gift to our stream or any stream, but we would sure appreciate ours. So as we climb out of here. I think that time we did not forget much at all. Some reason we forgot the EPU, and I would have swore I turned that off. But anyway, leaving Memphis behind. Kind of still see the airport right back by the tail. I don't know the issue they're having with this lighting here. Where now it looks like it should, but it's like over saturated prior. I don't know what causes that. And hopefully explain in either a later beta or the next update. Who knows? All right, we're getting close to transition level. Gonna go ahead, set up. Now, in the real world, this would be flight, hang on, 1492 to Charlotte out of Memphis. So, real world. And I think it's only flown for the night sort. So, and there's only one plane, which is kind of odd. You would think a city the size Charlotte, unless they rely more on, there's a regional hub out there, unless they rely more on it going there than Charlotte, who knows? Which would help Charlotte out because of the American Airlines traffic and other airlines, but American to be sure. So, but yeah, we're on our way. ETA, just shy of an hour. So again, thanks for flying with us. Hope you enjoy. We'll put a little music on here as we cruise across. the cyber world. If I get the right volume level set first. And hope you enjoy. Feel free to chat. Feel free to catch us in Discord. Hang on a second. Sorry. So enjoy the flight. Like I said, we got about an hour 15 minutes to get there. Really love this call. Man, I'll be so happy when my allergies calm themselves down. Or whatever cold I have. So enjoy the flight, relax. Hey, still the weekend for many. And no need to start even worrying about tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Today has enough headaches for us to worry about. So enjoy the flight, relax, and before you know it, we'll be in Charlotte. Hey, all right. Welcome, folks. Again, for those of you still hanging in there, thank you. We sure appreciate you. We're about 35, 40 minutes out. And just getting over Nashville. The guitar. Getting ready to go direct, I believe, Taza. Yep, direct Taza. All right, so let's look at the arrival real quick, shall we? See what we need to expect here. Hopefully this time I won't forget to get rid of the chart on takeoff, like I did on takeoff. That was bad. Sorry about that, folks. Tomorrow we thought we'd only have one stream, but we're gonna rethink what we got planned tomorrow. But I think you're gonna like. I'm not gonna fully announce till I know for sure. All right. So you can see we're making the turn here at Nashville. So we're headed to Taza, ComD, and then we start into where we need to be at or aboves. And eventually end up at 11,000 feet at Jobit. So Taza, ComD, Blake, what is that? Bay, Jenny, Flips, Galaxy, Jobot. Okay, so not bad. We got a ridge to cross in, to get there. And by the way, the area from like ComD here to about Flips, that is the area that is still hard hit from hurricanes last year. Still waiting on a lot of assistance to these folks for getting them out of, trying to get back to some sign of normalcy. The interstate, I think, is still being worked on to get it back to full operation. Just horrendous damage that was done. That's a long way inland, kind of reminiscent of the day of Hugo. I know some people that told me about the damage in Charlotte from it, and kind of reminiscent of it, except Charlotte got hit by a lot of wind damage out of Hugo. This area, massive flooding, and still waiting on Uncle Sam to come in and help them out. So we need to be down around below 27,000 at Jenny. So that's where we'll figure it up. 27's, I think, 8. So 8,000. Yep, that's 8,000. Multiply that by 3. Actually, we're only multiplying the 8. Drop the zeros, take the 8. 24 times, oh, wait a minute, I did something wrong here. Yeah, I did it right. That's right, yeah. So about 30 miles out. So we're looking at around between Blake and ComD starting our descent. Okay, from there, we drop into Flips above 16, JBOT at 11,250 knots. Actually, we'll be at 250 back here at Galaxy. Then it's off to fishing. That's right, we're going fishing, man. 7,000 at 210. That's where we begin to set up for whichever 1.8. In our case, real world says, survey says, that's departures. Hang on a second. Where's the arrival side of the house? Oh, here it is. Wow, separate. I hate those. So approaches in use. Simultaneous approach to any of the 1/8s. Visuals, that is. Like I said, we're planning the ILS to 1/8 left. NOTAMs are the same as before. Uh-oh, South Cargo closed. What? That's where we're going. What? They better open it, because I'm coming in. Now, I love this line. Did you catch it? Aircraft with wingspan greater, GTR, than 118 feet use judgmental oversteer instead of cockpit over centerline. Steering, entering, and exiting runway 18 left, 36 right. What's judgmental? Oversteer on top of it. Like I said, some of the NOTAMs sometimes they make sense. I know if you're there a lot. If you're just like me popping in from time to time, what the heck did that mean? Ooh, let's take a look. Any ideas? Not really. But anyway, here's South Cargo. It's closed. So no cargo. Yeah, we're coming in. 18 left is the far runway for us. And we're coming in from, okay, well, let's do this because I know we have some people that love these. There's your frequencies for the airport. We have not looked up our CTAF, and as you can tell, I'm going to guess 18.1, but it could be any of these three. Anyway, below it's what we're concerned with. There's our localizer. We'll talk about that in just a second, where and how to put that in here. Final approach course. We'll do that there as well. Eagle, 2,400 feet. That is approximately just under 7 miles to the runway, 6.7. And there is probably where we need to be on the glide slopes. Decision altitude and height, 254 or 1,002 feet MSL. So 1,002 feet MSL would be what your altimeter reads. If you have radar altimeter, which you do have in these airliners, either a separate gauge that looks like your altimeter, kind of, sort of, maybe, or built right into your PFD, primary flight display. In this case, artificial horizon. I believe it shows up just under the DH. Could be wrong. It could be over here in the actual brown area. However, for this approach, I am going to set it. We'll see if I can get 260. But if I can't, we'll set it for 300. Why not any lower? Oh, because that's below the decision height. Also, your clouds work off, or your cloud levels are all above ground. There's your airport elevation touchdown, all about the same. We're headed to Locust, which is a hard left-hand turn off the runway to 4,000 feet. And I don't see anything in here affecting us. Cavi, Snack, Gilge, Gweed, Eagle. Again, Eagle, 2,400 feet. And then Simog as we get closer. Now, Simog is not in your FMC. Finally, to round this out, there's your visual. Cavi at or above at 6,000 would be nice. But as long as we get down to 5,000, step it on down. will be good. Okay. For us, we'll probably be around 140 for the approach speed. So 2 minutes, 9 seconds. And that'll be from Eagle to missed approach. Pappy's left side, there's how you get to Locust and minimums that we can land at. So if we took off and we're below this, we definitely would need one, our alternate has to be above, and two, be prepared for a divert. So 300 and 3/4 of a mile. Call the ball, Mav. RNAT or RVR 40, and again 1,002 feet for MSL. So pretty decent. And again, if you missed it, we're going to land 1.8. We're going to plan coming off at about C4, 3, 2, or 1, and then hit the South Cargo area. By Notum is closed. No cargo allowed into Charlotte this week. You got, oh, where are we? Coming up to Taza. All right, so there you have it, folks. All right, let's get to work. Now, we said first thing I want to do is get that ILS frequency in here, 11035. Next to your ADF, next to this handle, is a radio. Set it to 110. And 35. Whoops. And we're looking for 183.
What's up?
Hey, Mr. Godspeed, welcome in. About time you woke up.
About time you start streaming.
All right, that sets your ILS up, and we're pretty much ready. Oh, one more thing to set. Hang on. Decision height, what can we do? Okay, we'll set it for 260, but again, really for flight planning, 300 is what we have to have. All right, 1.8, we're now currently 260 at 6, gusts to 18. And no clouds really to bother us except for at 25,000 feet. So we're doing pretty good.
Took off from Orlando and heading, I don't know where I'm heading. I'm heading somewhere.
Oh, one of those kind of flights. You just stick it in a direction and wherever you run out of fuel, you land?
Yep.
Many a weekend trip goes that way.
Harrisburg.
Ah, nice. Out by my folks. They live close by to that airport.
Yeah, I took off from Orlando, and I got up to like 20,000 feet, and I'm like, why am I like starting to black out? and then my window was open in the plane.
Somebody didn't put his air mask on.
Yeah, I recovered it. I'm good now.
You sure?
Yep. Yeah, I'm very sure.
All right, well, we are getting ready to descend into Charlotte.
I'm actually getting 60 frames right now.
Fair. I haven't even looked on mine.
I made a lot of changes.
Well, let's see.
Like, I'm not even running in 1080. I'm running 1440 resolution.
Oh, I don't know if I can do that. I'll have to look. 41 frames is what I'm getting at altitude. On the ground, Charlotte shouldn't be too bad on it, but places like New York City, JFK, or Los Angeles can hurt my frames. Orlando could too. O'Hare, Miami, Frankfurt.
Is there a way to get like NIGRAV on your EFB?
On your what? EFB?
Yeah.
For which aircraft?
The A320 tools.
Don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't think so. I will defer to the crowd that are gathering for the arrival.
Like, I wish there was a way that I could get that like line to follow so people will know where I'm at.
Well, navgraph charts you could use for that. AvTab, of course. Or any, if you're on VATSIM, any of the VAT trackers, you know, VATSIM radar. What am I using? VATSpy? I mean, I have VATSIM radar. Let's see how we look. Oh, look, we look just special. I wish
Yeah,
I could change the weather here, the way the weather is interpreted here. I don't know what setting does that.
well, if you're flying virtual, it might mess things up with the ACARs.
No, I'm
By
trying
doing
to
that.
change the way the weather looks on this VAT radar. I don't like it.
I just use the one off NavGraph.
Well, that is a good one. Yeah, but a lot of people refer to this, and I just don't use it enough to...
And I got rid of Sim Toolkit Pro
Shame on you.
because a lot of people say that it uses a lot of resources compared to Elevatex. So I just put out Elevatex instead.
I got them both.
Well, aren't you special?
Yeah, I'm running them both. And I don't see a big hit on my system.
Well, maybe they're full of crap then. I don't know. I'm just taking off with
That is for you to determine. There are a lot of people that don't like... Oh, I think I'm where I need my descent to start. Hang on. Where are we here? Flips. Then we got a little further. Let's see what the FMCs are reading. Hey, look, it's telling me to descend via the Flips 4. I would have never, ever in my wildest imagination imagined that's what I was going to do. I'm not a big fan of auto ATC. I like that it gives me a squawk code, but beyond that, it's pretty useless.
Are you using the default ATC right now?
I'm on VATSIM, so guess what? You're stuck with it.
What you're talking about, I assumed that you were using that.
Yeah, unfortunately. I kind of just dislike it in a lot of ways. Don't mind VATSIM, but I just don't like ATC because it really is useless. I would have never known that's what I'm descending on. Gee, I planned the FMC this way. Oh well. Let's see. Landing performance. Let's see what we're talking here. 1.8 left. Go for it. Flat brakes 3. We're on a how long runway? 8,600. Yeah, brakes 3 sounds good. And 144 for the approach speed. So yeah, about 2 minutes. We'll call it 15 seconds and we'll be, because it's a little faster than the 140. All right, and for those curious, here is the current hopeful meter at Charlotte.
The little circle thing's not engaging by the altimeter. Uh-oh.
What's not engaging?
That little circle thing by the altimeter. Like when you push it down, there should be like a little circle thing next to your altimeter.
What airplane are you in? A320 for Tollus?
Yeah. You know that automatically goes up and down.
I'll have to take a look at when I get on the ground, pull it up. Pretty darn, I could do the switch right now, but I think FedEx would get mad at me. You were in a 767. How the heck did the airplane come in as an A320? What can I tell you? It took off as a 767. How did it land differently? All right, we're about 10 minutes out. If you're into predictions, now is your time, a good time to do it. Whoops, wrong words. It's exclamation mark, the word predict, space, make sure it's a negative number.
I feel like it's definitely going to be higher than 300.
And as the message came up again, just a reminder for you folks out there, if you're into gift subbing those that would like to watch ad-free and support the stream, you get 35% off 5 or more gift subs. But that's on any channel, but we would sure love it here. And that is until the 14th of June.
CC79 at the go
Oh
down.
my goodness. What? What? There's a bad attitude out here? Where? All right, now we'll push down to the chart says 16. Actually, let's just go for broke and go for 11.
See if I have enough fuel to make it there.
Sounds like the FAA needs to have a little chit chat with you. Never on an open channel do you say you're low on fuel, especially when dispatch is around.
Well, if those guys on the ground would do their jobs.
All right, we are descending for 11,000. I'm gonna have to steepen this, I think.
And I'm sure there'd have been plenty of times that people mistake, you know, kilos for gallons of fuel.
Oh, I've never
when filling
mistaken
planes.
kilos for pounds. Oh man, that was the worst truck load I've ever had. And it's because I didn't know it was in kilos. For those joining the party late, we are in the descent for Charlotte. Departure point was Memphis. And Flight Factor's latest
Be right back.
update, 767-300. Freighter. Looks like that. All right, we got speed restrictions here too now. What are we supposed to be at? 270. And 2976. And since we released the brakes on the runway back there, Duluth fly. Ups 911. All right, we're gonna set 6,000 feet. And time to double check everything. All right, we're looking for 110, 35 in the ILS, 183, good. All right. Because we are going direct.
It's like my second flight that I've done today.
Good job.
Yeah. I need to do a flight with TWA.
I thought you were gonna fly more than Duluth does for them.
Started out good at least.
All right, do we got the lights on yet? Nope.
I just like deleted everything from that one freight company.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't hear anything from them, so
Yeah,
just,
I get
with
it. All right, let's get this bird now slowing to 210.
How was the visit yesterday?
Exhausting.
As usual.
Yeah, the grandkids, you know, as I always say after a visit, if we could just bottle that energy, that's our ticket to retirement. And the great thing about that energy, there is a point when they just get too far along and they just go crash and out they go. Oh, well. And a wife said the 3-year-old who was just nothing but energy all day, about 8, 9 o'clock, I forget when she said they went to bed. She turned that light off after the first part of a show they were watching, and 30 seconds later, she was gone.
Well, that's good, right?
That's what we want. Before that, ooh, what a terror. But, you know, that's what you expect. Okay, we've slowed to 210. We're headed to Cavi and the ILS for 18 left here in Charlotte.
This game looks so beautiful now.
Oh, you got those textures?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's bring her down to 6,000. And we'll do about 1,000 feet a minute. Flaps 5. All right, what is Charlotte's numbers? $18 decimal uno. Uno. All right, we'll be turning for the runway anytime now. All right, we are connected. Still got a little bit more in that turn to make. And we need to start slowing down. Well, if you can't get enough flaps down, folks, throw the landing gear out if you're below 240. Actually, I think you can do it earlier or even faster, but 240 is the max I'll do. Here's the runway. How far out are we? It doesn't say. Hang on. Okay, we'll go ahead, flip-flop over. Charlotte area traffic, FedEx 811 heavy. Fully established, 18 left, coming up to Gilge, 11.7 out. All right, so there's the runway ahead of us. We're going to take over here shortly. Flaps are full, spoilers armed, lights on. All right. Okay, we're coming down there. Okay, there you see it. 2,400 feet above the ground at speed. All right, a little power to get us back into groove. There we are there on the flight director.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Charlotte area traffic, FedEx 811 heavy, about a 3-mile final, 18 left.
Sink rate.
Landing.
Pull up. Sink rate.
100,
Pull up. Pull up.
20, 10,
As we briefed, I don't even know. That's not bad. The farther down the runway we go, the closer to our parking spot. Which by ATIS says is closed. Probably because it is Sunday. All right, now the hard part. And Charlotte traffic, FedEx 811 heavies off 18 left to the FedEx ramp. All right, let me get the parking chart up here. I know where I need to go. I just don't know how it looks, if it even looks here. That's the military, I think. North Cargo. Where the heck is that? I have no idea where North Cargo is. And their chart's pretty sucky.
Man, X-Plane just died on me.
Oh no!
That's not good.
Hopefully you weren't on final.
I was near it.
Okay, we're gonna just taxi in here and hope for the best. I thought we had parking here, where it told me where the cargo spots were. That's what I get for thinking. Think we'll take the next one.
I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm kind of mad about it.
All right, well, you enjoy. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep, take it easy.
See ya. I think we'll take 11. I think that's what I read when I looked this up on Google. I think the brake is set. Parking brake on. All right. So, welcome into Charlotte. Okay, back here. Just clearing off something here. Okay, let's shut her down and then we'll go over the flight. After landing, left and right flight directors. We didn't get those. Click and click. The radar is good thing, are off. Auto brake is off. And the speed brakes are back in. Let's get up top here for the APU. Lead on. Gen on. Lights off. Lights are off. Okay, and nothing to do with trims. And that means off, off. Okay, real quick going down the list here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, those are all off. Window heats can stay off, cabin signs off, beacons off. Welcome. Welcome again to our destination, Charlotte. All right, real quick here. Again, you can get the EFB here or pilot's left knee. So when you go into the cockpit, captain side, left knee, you'll see it there. We'll click there. Chocks are on, stairs up, loader. Go ahead and put the GPU to it and the LSUs to it. Oop. Go to airplane, open all. There you have it. All right, let's see how we did for FedEx on this landing. Hey, 367 feet a minute. We'll take that. Go a long way to help improve my average. Okay, they had us at 160, so we landed very fast. Okay, and home, and all right, so we're in Charlotte. Again, just gonna double check here. Landing 160 knots, 66 knots, 367, 1.2 Gs, rollout 3,600 feet. That all looks pretty good. All right, cool. I love it when a plan comes together. Actually, I like looking this way. All right, well, we are going to also, while we're in the mood here, unload. So all of this is coming out except there's no animation, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, that's cool. All right, welcome into Charlotte, folks. Let's take a look at a couple of the trackers we use. First off will be Elevatech. Sounds like it's public release, not 100% sure. Beta, that is. But there you have it. There's our departure, arrival, complete. Now it's showing 1492 instead of FedEx 811. That's how I did it. I changed the call sign when I logged in to VATSIM. Okay, so 387 to 166 should have been on 140, 146 or so. So that's fast. However, 1.5 Gs, not bad. Overall, not bad at all. Block time 2 hours 30 minutes. Why? It's an hour flight. Why? I don't know. Wow. But anyway, one more time if y'all didn't catch it. Yeah, I can't. All right, we'll do it with Sim Toolkit. All right, Sim Toolkit's on deck. Now, they got us where I felt we were, 620 at that speed. I actually was really leaning there. I'm shocked we got lucky. Have a feeling a bounce happened. Okay. All right, here's the details. Hour and a half flight, 400 miles, 7,200 kilograms. And there's this. This is what we're always used to, but this is where I'm trying to nail down. It's been a lot of time since I flew this plane. So, you know, I'll live with the fact I am landing long, hard, and fast, but not for long. I am going to, where is this North Cargo ramp? Bear with me, that's got me kind of baffled. Where the heck is it? Nope, not there. The heck is North Cargo? Doesn't even look like the Air National Guard ramp, the map. Anyway, here's where I got FedEx. I would have to use Google to get the numbers, but yeah, here's where I got it from. I think we're pretty close. So, although I don't think they're numbered right, but yeah, I don't know where the heck is North Cargo. Oh, well, no idea. We're not going to spend a lot of time there. But anyway, here's the numbers. 2,300 feet down our runway, still within the landing zone. 6 feet off the center line, still not bad. So technically, here's where the optimal landing is. That's what you can see and aim for. Well, we were 1,000 feet off that. So, but still within the marked landing zone. What is it marked by? These hash marks. So as long as you're in between these, you're technically in the landing area. Are you going to get yelled at if you're not? No. However, just keep in mind, at this point, you're 3,000 feet down the runway. It's not going to be long till you start seeing the other end, which means the end of the runway is coming. So, but anyway, from that and the fact that we're on the center line, that kind of makes me a little better on it. We just got to work speeds and feet per. We got to just work a little better on this. Pitch, could have had the nose up a little. Actually, that's more nose down. And roll. I think we had a crosswind, but, you know, I'm not blaming anything but this guy. So, oh well, we had a flight. We made it. We're into blocks. And we'll tell maintenance, give her a little bit more look. And there you have it, folks. Wonderful flight today with the 767. Not so great on the landing, but there you go. Flight Factor 767, version 1.6.17 release. So for now, I think this is the last of any kind of betas they put out for it, even though technically it is still a beta because you got to click beta to get the aircraft. Plus the fact, anyway, it's a long, you know, not worth it. They'll understand where I'm going. You all won't. And that's where we'll leave it. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. It's been fun. interesting time in Memphis, switching runways. Switch to this. No, switch to that. No, switch to that. Oh my goodness, my FMC computer is going, which way are we going? Every which way but loose. So, all right, so I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Let's see if there's anyone out there for you guys at Twitch for me to hand off to. I really don't have anything lined up for a second flight here. Oh, looky, what do we have going? You know what? I think we're going to give that bad attitude person some love today. So y'all have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll have it in Discord here shortly as to what we're flying. See you then. God bless. Have a great rest of your Sunday.
Attention Charlotte Airport.